Salutations everybody, it is Matty here today with 7 little things you might not know about in Borderlands 3. These are the tiny, under-the-radar details that may fly by you in exchange for the grander things, such as gunplay, looting, sound design, story, and the list goes on. So I decided to take all the little things I noticed during my time at the Borderlands 3 gameplay reveal event, compile them into this video. I'm not sure if other YouTubers have talked about them, but still I thought it'd be of a good service for all of you out there. So let's get this started with number 1, zone progression. So when you bring up the map in Borderlands 3, there's actually some tiny white text that says zone progress 2% complete in this situation here. And what I love about this is it allows you to track all the missions, challenges for the area, as well as exploring the area that you have done throughout your adventures here. And I thought this would be really helpful for those people out there who want to do 100% completion in Borderlands 3, and it's awesome that Gearbox provided a tool that made tracking that possible. Plus, I know there are people out there like myself who love hunting down their platinum trophies on their PlayStation consoles, and this will also make it all the more easy, making sure that you know what areas that you have not seen everything in. Furthermore, on the right side is a great quality of life enhancement that every game needs to take note of, which is multiple layers of the map. Oh my goodness, there are games, for example like Fallout 4, where your local map is just this flat code you gotta decipher, and sometimes it can be a real pain to navigate, and I'd rather just every map be 3D and have multiple layers in some way, shape, or form, and Borderlands 3 does do that. So now finding things that you need to do to achieve that 100% completion will be all the more easier. At number 2 is actually something that's not little, but something that didn't get discussed all too much in the Borderlands community, and that is Guardian rank. So this is something that is locked until the end of the story. It says return after completing all of the story missions for more rewards. So once you complete the main story of Borderlands 3, you can now unlock the Enforcer, Survivor, and Hunter trees and get Guardian tokens for them, presumably by completing challenges, to then spend in those respective trees. And we can see on the right side, as you invest more and more into each tree, you get Guardian rewards. So this is what's going to reinforce our builds. There's already so much diversity in the builds for Borderlands 3 because of the multiple skill trees, but now we're also going to see Guardian rank step in at the end of the game and reinforce what we're doing. And you can tell all of that based off some of the stats on the left side for Enforcer, Survivor, and Hunter, where we see critical damage, grenade damage, gun damage, rate of fire, melee damage, vehicle damage, fight for your life duration, max health, and the list goes on. So you can take notes from all of that and start reinforcing your builds for Borderlands 3, since a lot of the skill trees are already available for Amara and Zane. We know pretty much what's in all of those, and then you can see the Guardian ranks and start calculating how you want to build your character. Number 3, however, is a very tiny detail, and this is just a slight reticle change when you're aiming at the enemy. I thought this was cool because it added some personality to your weapon. So when you're aiming at someone, it will add this little bit of the HUD. Meanwhile, when you're not, it will take it away. And it's just a little thing to let you know when you're aiming at someone that you're ready to fire. And while it's not going to change the gameplay, it's not going to make you better, it's not going to make your aim better, your timing better, I just thought once again it was good to see that little bit of personality, because ultimately, is it necessary? Do I need that to be a better player at Borderlands 3? I'd say not. However, once again, gun personality, gun variety, this type of stuff is important, and I just wanted to highlight it. Number 4 is that interactive quest objects sparkle now. It's a lot harder to miss. Now, I've never really had too much trouble finding the quest objectives in previous Borderlands games, but I'd be a liar if I said there wasn't a time I did struggle finding them, because they are highlighted, but it's more of a outline, whereas this is clearly sparkling, saying, hello, please press the X button and interact with my ass. It's a little change, but once again, it'll keep the flow going, it'll keep the player moving along, it'll keep them less searching, more shooting, more looting, and I think that is very important. Next is collections. So what we're familiar with when it comes to the infrastructure of Borderlands is your main questing and your side questing alongside looting weapons. However, the addition of collections is something that I think is going to be really exciting for folks. So I encountered 2 throughout my adventures in Borderlands 3. Number 1 is Moxie Sabotage, which says, help Moxie take back the airwaves, sabotage the children of the vault's radio towers, and stream in the smooth sounds of Crimson Alliance radio to help Moxie recruit for the cause. If you help out Moxie, just may have a reward in store for you. So that's pretty cool, because you can hear a radio maybe in Borderlands 3. It's not going to be like, for example, Galaxy News Radio, but still, I thought that this was a neat idea. Furthermore, there is one that I covered specifically in a video about the first Vault Hunter, which says the story of the first Vault Hunter has spread across the universe. Find informative historical markers for Tannis to help her research the first Vault Hunter's past deeds. Find all of the markers in an area and Tannis will triangulate the location of a dead drop chest containing some of the first Vault Hunter's gears. I feel this will be very useful for people, but also I think collections are going to be that nice bonus content that's going to have some of the best loot hidden in there, or at least the most unique loot. Who knows if it'll be the best, but it'll definitely be unique, and I think that's tremendously exciting. Next is at number 6, the changing of weapon skins along with a take screenshot button in the weapon inspection menu. So we do know that we're able to change weapon skins in Borderlands 3 thanks to the pre-order bonuses. For Borderlands 3 we're able to get golden weapon skins, and now we know where we have to go to do that. But I thought the take screenshot in the weapon inspection menu was actually really neat because this is a new way to share your experience in Borderlands 3, and we always see games trying to integrate it in a photo mode of some kind. And while I think that will be in Borderlands 3, I think this is a smart way to do it, to integrate that sharing of the main part of the game. There's also manufacturer challenges, which is really cool. So we can see, for example, for Dull, there's Dull Determination, Going Loud, Burst of Inspiration, and Precision above all. So every gun manufacturer is going to also have their set of separate challenges. It does not say that there is any specific reward for completing them. It just says view more details in the challenge menu, which probably means that if you want to know exactly what you're going to get for these rewards, you can search inside there. At number 7 is a little bit of Divinity Original Sin 2, if I'm quite honest, is where you can actually cross environment with elements. And this was indicated, funny enough, by a challenge where it says that you have electrocuted an enemy through a puddle of water. So this means that if you had an electric weapon or an electric grenade mod and you let it go off near a puddle of water, that it would activate that puddle of water, electrocute the enemy, and thus in turn use the environment against them. So we saw a lot of creative usage of the explosive barrels and all the elemental types of barrels in the Borderlands 3 gameplay reveal event, but I think that this combination of elements and environment is really helpful and makes every single shooting gallery actually a play space for the gamer, which then in turn makes it a much better shooter because everything's interactive. It's not just about your guns, it's about what's around you too, and how you can creatively use that to your advantage, and thus it allows Gearbox to maybe offer more challenges in the terms of its gameplay. So I like this change personally. I think they should really reinforce it, and hopefully we'll see a mixture of like oil and fire. I think it's the next one that we could expect. But anyway, these are just 7 little things I picked up on during my playthrough and analysis of my own footage from Borderlands 3. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this information and found it useful, if anything. And jeez. Anyway, that'll do it for me, folks. Just a bit of a shorter video today. I hope you don't mind, and I'll catch you guys with an upload tomorrow. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description down below, along with my Patreon. Do consider supporting that as it fuels all the content I create here. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.